Hey, what's going on, dudes and dudettes? It's Pip Surfer with another daily update for the Cowabunga system. Today's Monday, November 30th, 2009, and I hope you all had a great Thanksgiving holiday. I know I did. Had plenty of food, lots of time with family and vacation, and just a really good break just from everything, just from daily routines. And I hope you all took some time at least to just relax a little bit and just enjoy what it is you do have, because that's always a good thing to do, and reflect and realize how much you are blessed with each day. So great holiday, but good to be back as always. So we're just going to get right into it. First things first is my disclaimer, just to say that if this is your first time watching the video, you're going to be totally confused, trust me. You're going to want to click at that link right above this video that says if this is your first time, read this first. That link will give you information on the system, all the rules and all that stuff. You should read that, learn it, digest it, and then come back, and these videos will make a lot more sense and be a lot more valuable to you. So with that said, we're going to jump right into it. I have my 15-minute, my 4-hour chart. Y'all know the routine. We're going to open up my 4-hour chart and look at our trend for the day. And first things first is to move this back to before midnight so you can see what it looked like. You can see my most recent trend change candle occurred not too far off from the start of our trading day for an uptrend. You can see that RSI is above 50, stochastics is trending up. So at the start of my day, I have an uptrend, and I'm only looking for long trades. So if I move this forward though and zoom through today's action, you could see that we had quite a reversal today, and the trend actually switched from up to down in the middle of our trading session. This has been happening quite a few times, especially with the whole Thanksgiving holiday in this past week or so. So you could see that this candle started at 7 a.m. Eastern Time, closed at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. So at the close of this candle, I would look here and see, okay, I have a new trend change candle. So at this point, my trend has now changed from up to down. And again, this is verified by the crossover. RSI is below 50, and stochastics are trending down. So this is a valid trend change candle. So after 11 a.m., now I'm only looking for short trades. And that would pretty much do it as far as trends go. So from midnight to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, I was looking for long trades, and after 11 a.m. I was looking for short trades only. Okay, now that I have that determined, I can go to my 15-minute chart, and I'll move this to before midnight. Okay, and first thing I want to do is, of course, check my news events for the day. So you can just go to babypips.com, click on this tools tab, and it's going to automatically bring up the news for the day. And just make sure, double check, you can't always just 100% rely on technology, but make sure it's on November 30th or whatever day it is for your trading. Make sure that the time zone is correct, even though this should probably sense it and automatically put it on whatever time zone you're at. And then we're just looking for news that affects the sterling or the dollar. And today we just had a couple at 4:30. You can see we had about 3 news reports for the sterling. Net consumer credit, net lending, securities on dwelling, mortgage approvals, and then at 9:45 we had the Chicago PMI for the U.S. Alright, so you just want to jot those times down, and you can see there's also these NAPM Milwaukee and Dallas Fedman. Those aren't really important, so I'm not focusing too much on that, but the Chicago PMI is, so you want to jot that down. So 4:30 and 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time, just write that on a notepad or set your alarms or alerts or whatever you want to do. But the whole point is that you don't want to be in the market during those times because news events can be tricky, and you just want to not be in them because they can be erratic, and sometimes they're not true representation of what the market sentiment is saying. So okay, that's the whole reasoning behind that, by the way, just in case you were wondering why we don't trade during news events. Okay, so now I know my news events. I know at this point I'm looking only for long trades, so now I can start my day. So I'm going to simulate what my day looks like by just moving my chart forward one candle at a time, and hopefully you can go through the thought process with me as I'm trading the system. Okay, so right off the bat we see a crossover to the short side, but again, we're only looking for long trades. Okay, now here we get a crossover. This is at 2:15 a.m. Let me look at the indicators. RSI is above 50, stochastics trending up, MACD is negative and gaining value. This is a valid entry. Remember, we don't have news until 4:30, so we have about 2 hours of trading time in between there, so we're okay on that. Now if you look at the past few candles though, it looks like a Christmas lights, because we have green, red, green, red, green, red. A lot of consolidation here, a lot of up and down movement, no trends really evolving there. So that is just something you want to be aware of. This has nothing to really do with the system, but again, it's just something as a trader you want to be on the lookout for. Now, okay, if we enter at the close of our candle, or as close to it as possible, that's at 65.64. Our stop is going to be at the most recent swing low, which is at 65.08. But if you look at the past recent candles, you can see that there's stronger support right around this area because of all the hits there and close to it. If you pay attention, this is pretty much just a spike here, and that's really what it's telling you. That's why candles are pretty good to see sometimes, because you can kind of see the erratic spikes, and you can see the true support and resistance when you look at these. So if you broke away from the just generic rules, that's okay, and if you chose like a support here or a stop around here, that would be perfectly fine, just because that is a strong support area right there around 65.31, just because of all this movement there. But just for the rule's sake, I will keep it at 65.08 at the most recent swing low, okay? So our entry again is at the close at 65.64. Our most recent swing low is 65.08, and the nearest 50 or 0 level is right at 6,600. So we got quite a few pips potential profit there. So now we can just move forward. Again, if I'm not out of the trade by 4:30, I'll manually exit it. And you can see that we unfortunately were stopped out right at 3 a.m. And it was just a big movement back to the downside. So not much else to do there except take the loss, record it, and then move forward. So that we're just going to do just that. Record it as a loss, continue to move forward, and there's 4:30. There's our news candle, and we'll continue to move forward. And if I zoom this up a lot, because it'll be hard to see, you can see we did have a crossover here. This is at 5 a.m. Now I'm just going to look at my indicators. RSI is just above 50 at 50.66. Our stochastics are trending up, and MACD has gone from, or excuse me, is negative in gaining value. You have to zoom up sometimes. Alright, so this is another valid entry. Again, there's no news until 9:45, so we have plenty of time to have the trade in. Our most recent swing low is going to be right here. Our entries at the close of the candle, 65.32. Again, our nearest 50 or 0 levels right there. It gives us about 18 pips of potential profit. So again, that's fine there. And we'll just continue to move forward. And unfortunately, again, we get stopped out. This is at 6 a.m. And really, what else is there to do but record the loss, be happy knowing that you traded the system correctly if you took that trade, and move forward, okay? So we're just going to do just that, 6:30, 6:45. Okay, now we're moving into about 8 a.m. here, U.S. time. Okay, you can see a lot of bearish movement, and that's why we saw that trend change candle. Okay, here's our 9:45 candle, news candle, but not much going on. And again, here we go. This is 11 o'clock right here. So on my 4-hour chart, I've noticed that trend change candle has formed and is confirmed by the indicators. So at this point, now I'm only looking for short trades. Okay, so I continue to move forward. But again, if I don't see anything by noon, that ends my trading day. And I didn't see anything, so no more trades. So I took 2 trades and 2 losses today, and that happens sometimes. You know, not all the signals will be correct, and you'll have days like this. But be confident and be satisfied knowing that if you took those with me, then you are trading the system correctly. Okay, there will be other trades, other wins, and you'll be perfectly fine. Okay, so don't feel too bad for the losses. We'll get them again. Just stay disciplined and stay focused, and the profits will come in the long run. Alright, so if you have any questions, post them on the blog, post them in the forums. I'll try to answer them. And again, thank you to all of those that help out with the questions. It really helps me out, and I trust me, you'll always get something in return just by giving of your time and knowledge. So thank you, and have a great day. I'll see you all tomorrow. Cowabunga, dudes.